Austin has always been populated by more bats than people. They were here a long time before we were. It was a lucky coincidence when we inadvertently provided spaces just the right size in the Congress Avenue Bridge when it was remodeled in the early 80s.
And when they did that in 1981, they put expansion gaps in. They're about 2 inches wide, about 2 feet deep, and they accidentally made the perfect habitat for the Mexican free-tailed bat.
And that now is capable of housing, depending on the season, in the summertime, between 500,000 and 1.5 million bats. We often hear about bats supposedly being spreaders of horrible diseases like rabies, but the truth is that there are a few rabid bats in Austin, but they've been here since before the first humans arrived, and not one human has ever contracted rabies from a bat in Austin. It's perfectly simple. We leave them alone. They turn out to be invaluable neighbors who control tons of insect pests every night and now bring millions of tourist dollars every summer.
I volunteered at Austin Bat Refuge starting in winter of 2019. You live in Austin, you love the bats. I think it's important to try and be a steward for them. And that doesn't necessarily mean working at the Austin Bat Refuge. That means, you know, just being conscious of the bats, doing things that won't harm the bats. If you see a bat, not harming it or killing it or anything insane like that.
I mean, I have spent more than 60 years studying bats worldwide, hundreds of species that I've held and handled in my own hands. I've spent hours and hours down in caves with literally millions of bats all around me. Worldwide I've done this, and I'm still healthy.
We started using a red filter. 25 years ago later, we realized that the red filter, the bats can't see it, and it's not in their color spectrum is what it comes down to. So it basically is a nice way of not blinding the bats when they come out, because that's what we were doing a long time ago, and it was kind of cruel. They eat about 35,000 pounds of insects every single evening. That's the size of this boat. That's how much this boat weighs.
Stop and think about how much a moth or a mosquito weighs. Almost weightless. You have to eat huge quantities. They have to be able to travel a long ways very fast to find enough food in an evening. Bats are endlessly fascinating, incredibly sophisticated, and vitally important.